After visiting a hill as historic as Yushan, it is only fitting to dine at an institution as historic as Wangsi Jiujia, one of the oldest of its kind in the city. Such reputation is bound to attract criticisms, but local viewers of my previous Changshu videos raved about the restaurant. It's so storied it even has a mini museum, hidden inside which is a 500 years old ginkgo tree. Perhaps it is a totem symbolizing the restaurant's longevity, which was founded as a wine cellar in 1885. Since inception, Wangsi has been patronized and praised by numerous prominent individuals. Supposedly, Song Meiling and Song Qingling were not only fans of Changshu's mushroom oil noodles seen in my last episode, but also the delectable chicken here. Jiaohuaji beggar's chicken, so named because it's so good, it makes you beg for more. Nah, just kidding, I made that up. If you thought that was clever, hit that like. No one really knows the true story of the beggar's chicken because there are like a dozen stories about the dish. But I think they all involve some beggar covering the chicken in mud and then burying it and baking it in a fire pit full of hot cinder. And no one really knows with absolute certainty the origin of the beggar's chicken. Yeah, it's a Changshu specialty, but Hangzhou argues that it's their specialty. We've had the jiaohuaji at Hangzhou institutions such as Lawai and Hangzhou Jiujia. They were delectable, but no more delectable than this. This is delicious. No wonder why it is a Jiangsu provincial intangible cultural heritage. But maybe you should decide for yourself. But when feasible, come and see the real beautiful China. Come to beautiful Changshu and Hangzhou and try their jiaohuaji beggar's chicken and decide for yourself. And while you're in beautiful Changshu, also try this other chicken. Over here. Aoyouji. Not much dispute about where this came from. The first character Ao is ancient and seldom used. And I bet even most of my Chinese viewers don't know the character, except for those from this area. Ao, just like another character I talked about before, Tun, for deep frying, as in Yao Tun Huanzi, deep fried sticky rice ball. Both Ao and Tun are testaments to the antiquity of the local Wu dialect and attest to the ancient heritage of many of the dishes in the local cuisines. Ao originally means to cook in hot cinder, and that actually sounds like the old school way of cooking the jiaohuaji beggar's chicken. And I can't help imagine that there's a connection between the jiaohuaji and the aoyouji. Perhaps there are some merits to Changshu's claim as the birthplace of the beggar's chicken. Aoyouji, also known by a few other similar names, is also found in Suzhou proper. Check out online at this shop in the Fengmen Hengjie wet market. However, Changshu's Shajiabang and Yangyuan are most well known for the chicken. I'll visit the tourist attraction Shajiabang but made the grave mistake of not buying aoji, fearing that those are tourist traps. But local viewers of my recent Changshu videos say otherwise. Lucky for us, we thought the chicken here was quite decent. Let's talk about another bird-related dish of Changshu, yaxuenuo, duck blood sticky rice. Unfortunately, no actual duck blood in the sticky rice. Glutinous rice with duck blood, that sounds pretty darn tasty. But this is pretty darn tasty too. The duck blood in the name refers to the sticky rice's natural red hue, which is why it's also known by other names such as red lotus rice. Yaxuenuo is not unique to Changshu. Some nearby areas also produce the rice, such as some parts of Suzhou. But an established Suzhou gastronome opines that yaxuenuo from Baijiu is not as good as yaxuenuo from Changshu. And numerous poets had sang praises about the yaxuenuo, from baijiu to sushi to weizhuang. and it is pretty good. The yaxuenuo here is served with sweet osmanthus and autumn flower. This autumn flower is also heavily featured in a wine that was actually the first product sold by Wang Si before the business developed into the full-fledged restaurant that it is today. In ancient China, a lot of the times wine was carried in calabash, and we have a calabash-related dish here. Bing Hu Lu, literally ice calabash, but what do you know? No actual calabash in the dish. It's so named because the pastry looks like a calabash. Bing Hu Lu literally means ice calabash, not to be confused with the Bing Tang Hu Lu, sugar-coated fruit. This is a deep-fried pastry. It's made by dunking a ball of sweetened lard into batter and then frying it. As the inside, mostly sugar and lard. The tricky part is to place the battered ball of lard into the hot oil in a way that leaves a batter tail to form the calabash's stem. Tons of other dishes I want to try here at Wang Si. It's a one-stop destination for Changshu delicacies, but we already have a massive meal. We might have to bag some of these home, but before doing that, we're gonna finish as much as we can. 再见。